Michael Fuchs, he is a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs and a senior fellow at the Center for American Progress. Great to have you on the program. And so as we heard there in that piece, as we set this up to the interview, President Obama saying that the lifting of this arms ban is all about normalizing relations with Vietnam, but obviously the prevailing belief is that no, this is about countering China. How far do you think Vietnam will be willing to go when it comes to this new strategic partnership with the U.S. when it comes to staving off China in the South China Sea?
Well, I think that this step today is about both. It's about advancing the U.S.-Vietnam partnership, which has deepened significantly in recent years. And it's also about sending a very strong signal to China about concerns that both the United States and Vietnam have over China's worrying activities in the South China Sea. Now, again, I think that both the United States and Vietnam have very strong interests in avoiding conflict with China, and so does China. But what this is intended to do is show that the United States and that Vietnam are willing to deepen their partnership to uphold regional security in the South China Sea. So I think that that's a very important message that's going to be sent to China about any future steps that it might take in the South China Sea.
And how do you think China is going to receive this message? How do you think China will respond to what's happening there in the region with Vietnam, the Philippines also kind of warming relations, getting closer to the United States, and also the global pressure? I mean, you have the UN Arbitration Court ready to rule on China's territorial claims. Obviously, the belief is that, that the court will rule in favor of the Philippines. But, the U.S. has also been challenging China's territorial claims with these sail buys with the U.S. warships. Do you expect that China will, I guess, increase its activity under this growing global pressure?
Well, I think that China, the United States, and the other actors in Asia right now all have their own strategies. And this is turning into basically a dance with increasing tensions as a result. Each party, China, the United States, Vietnam, the Philippines, and the others, are all pursuing their own strategies to protect what they believe are their interests in the South China Sea. And so I think that's in part of the reason why you saw China's response today was not over the top. It believes that it is going to just continue doing what it believes it needs to do to assert its authority in the South China Sea. And the other countries, the United States, Vietnam, and others, are going to continue to do what they need to do to uphold security and international rules and norms in the South China Sea. Now, of course, I think what we want to see happen increasingly is that the United States and China in particular, I think, can need to engage in some sort of a conversation about how to lower tensions and create a security framework in the South China Sea that can lower tensions, that can benefit everyone. But increasingly, we're going to see a dance like this to send signals back and forth to one another.
Yeah.